Hello students, Mike Fontanopolis here, your academic coach for Springdale Public Schools, and what I've got here is a Scantron that is associated with an ACT exam. I want to pay attention to this math portion of the Scantron. And traditionally, if I were to get the math test in front of you, you would see that the math test questions themselves get a little bit more difficult from number 1 all the way to number 60. And so I've got a little bit of a strategy for helping those kids get a few more correct. And let's pretend that you would look at the world and say, you know what, maybe I'm not the strongest math kid in the world. Well, all right, that's okay. And even you kids that are really good at ACT math, listen up. You might get something out of this today. So what I would do is, as soon as I get my test in front of me and I got this Scantron and it's time for the math portion, I'm probably going to go right to number 31 and start to bubble in D and J and D and J all the way till I get to number 60. I can probably guess that I've just got about 9 correct. And if I were to come over here and look at the ACT math test that this is associated with, that's what you find out. That actually 31 through 60 actually have more D's and J's, etc., than they would have. They've got more in the second half of the test than they do in the first half of the test. And maybe that's because ACT math is just trying to put more of the correct answer towards the end of the test than in the front of the test. And that's what they're trying to do, is see if you will just read that much more. All right, so what do we do that for? Well, we do that because, 1 through 30 are going to be kind of hard anyway. 31 through 60 are extremely hard. Well, I shouldn't say extremely hard, but they just do get more difficult as you go on. And so what I would start to do now, once that's done, 31 through 60, you bubbled them in. You probably are wondering, well, how can you make sure that you're getting that many correct? I would say that because, well, they're going to have an equal number of A's and B's and C's and D's and E's all throughout the test. And so if you put it in a straight line, you're just going to get that much more correct. So under normal circumstances, I would say you would get, out of 5 choices each, 30 questions, you'd probably get 6 correct. But again, like I said, they probably put more towards the C, D, and E range. They put those further back on the test. And up here on the front of the test, you're going to find that it's going to be more of A, B's, and C's are going to probably be your answers. But anyway, that's a whole other story for a whole other day. So now what I would do is come back after 30 seconds of bubbling those in. Now I've got 59 minutes and 30 seconds to get here and start doing my best as I can. And I would take this 10 questions at a time. And I would just try to get to where, as I work on my ACT math questions, especially before the test, I would get to where I can do 10 and try to do them as perfect as possible. 11 through 20, again, you're going to miss a few, and 21 through 30, you'll miss just a few more. But the more I try to master this business here and this business here, the better off I am. Now let's pretend you get to 31 and you got, I don't know, 15 minutes left in the test or 10 minutes left in the test. Well, now what you can do is just go to the ones that seem like they make sense to you. Maybe 33 is a word problem. And you got the, you can work it out and you finally get a correct answer. So what I would do is come in and I would erase that and put the correct answer. Find another one or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 as you keep going while you're waiting for the time to expire. So there you go. You're just getting that much more correct. So that's what I would do. I would come in and I would bubble 31 through 60. I'd go straight line. You're going to get that much more correct. And then start the test like normal. And then from there, you're just going to get that much more correct, as opposed to, not knowing this and then scattering your answers all over or not even bubbling. Sometimes kids won't even bubble. Don't do that. Make sure you get them all done. Make sure you're bubbled in everywhere. And when you've got a guess in a straight line. And again, I'd move that guess more towards the end. Yeah. There you go. I hope this helps. If you got any questions, please reach out and I'll talk to you soon. Good luck on anything and everything ACT and in the future. Bye-bye.